Welcome to the Electoral Commission of Queensland's webinar about receiving political donations. This webinar provides information for state candidates and registered political parties who receive political donations for state elections in Queensland. What is a political donation? A political donation is any gift or loan given to a registered political party or a candidate in a state election that is accompanied by a donor statement, provided that the donor statement is given within 14 days of the gift or loan being made. For further information about political donations and donor statements and how they differ from other gifts and loans, please see our webinar called What is a Political Donation? What do I need to do if I receive a political donation? There are some important steps and timeframes that you will need to follow if you receive a political donation from a donor. If you receive any gift or loan, first check whether you have received a donor statement from the donor. If you want to use the gift or loan to help fund your electoral expenditure for the election, you will need to ask your donor to provide a donor statement within 14 days. You will also want to check that the donation does not exceed your political donation cap. If you receive a political donation that exceeds your cap, either by itself or when added to previous donations received from the same donor, you have 6 weeks to return the political donation to the donor. Please note that you only need to return the amount or value that exceeds your cap. Political donations are subject to the same disclosure requirements as other gifts and loans. As such, if you receive a political donation that totals $1,000 or more, cumulatively or on its own, you will need to lodge a return disclosing the donation within 7 business days, or within 24 hours if it is received in the 7 business days before Election Day. You need to deposit any political donations that you receive into your state campaign bank account within 5 business days after receiving the donor statement. You will also need to give a receipt to the donor within 14 days, which must include an ECQ-approved statement that summarises the political donation cap laws. Please have a look at our fact sheet on political donation caps for more information on what needs to be included in this receipt. Finally, you will need to keep records about any political donations you receive for at least 5 years. Here's an example to demonstrate the steps you might take if you were to receive a political donation. Blake is a candidate in the 2024 state general election, which will be held on 26 October 2024. Blake receives $3,000 from donor Donnie on 8 September 2024. Blake wants to use the money to buy some flyers for their campaign. What does Blake have to do now? In order to use the $3,000 gift to pay for electoral expenditure, Blake will need to obtain a donor statement from donor Donnie by 22 September 2024. That is, within 14 days of receiving the gift. Blake asks donor Donnie to give them a donor statement for the gift. Donor Donnie provides the donor statement on 11 September 2024. The gift is now a political donation. Blake double-checks their political donation cap and confirms the donation from donor Donnie does not exceed their cap. What else does Blake have to do and by when? Here's a recap of some of the information from the previous slides. Election Day is on 26 October 2024. Blake received $3,000 from donor Donnie on 8 September 2024. And Blake received a donor statement from donor Donnie on 11 September 2024. As the donation from donor Donnie is $1,000 or more, Blake must lodge a return disclosing the gift by 17 September 2024, which is 7 business days after receiving the gift. As the donation is a political donation, Blake must deposit the $3,000 into their state campaign bank account by 18 September 2024, which is 5 business days after receiving the donor statement. Once Blake has deposited the political donation into their state campaign account, it can be used to pay for electoral expenditure for the election. Blake must give a receipt for the donation to donor Donnie by 22 September 2024, 14 days after receiving the gift. Blake must keep records about the donation until September 2029, 5 years after the records are made. If you have any questions from this webinar or you'd like to know where you can go for more information, the ECQ has published a comprehensive range of fact sheets on our website, which you can find at www.ecq.qld.gov.au/fact sheets. You can also have a look at the legislation itself. The Electoral Act 1992 prescribes the political donation requirements for state elections in Queensland. Or you can contact our Funding Disclosure and Compliance team by emailing fad@ecq.qld.gov.au or by calling us on 1300 881 665. The ECQ provides general advice only. Should you be in any doubt regarding your obligations for the election, please seek independent legal advice. Thank you very much for watching our webinar. We appreciate your time and hope that the information provided has been useful to you.